This is the new 2017 Subaru Levorg. It's got some extra kit and a slightly revised CVT gearbox. But this is the Subaru Impreza Turbo 2000, my Subaru Impreza 2000 actually. One of the hero cars of the 90s, about 220 horse.
What are you doing?
I just...
The show.
It's cool, man.
Filming the Levorg?
Well, yeah. There are a few cars that divide opinion quite like the Subaru Levorg. Some people think it's awesome, others think, well, it's a little bit silly. Me? Well, I'm in the former camp, but even I can't deny that sometimes it can come across just a bit confused. It's not really practical enough or efficient enough to be a proper motorway muncher, but neither is it really sporty enough to be a proper driver's estate. So to address some of those issues, Subaru has unveiled this, the facelifted 2017 model, which, well, doesn't really look all that different at all. In fact, it's no different at all, apart from a little bit of extra kit and some revisions to the CVT gearbox, supposedly to make it a bit sportier. Has it worked? Well, with its 168 brake horsepower turbo boxer engine, symmetrical all-wheel drive and the same chassis and suspension components as the WRX STI, on the surface the Levorg always looked like it would be gunning for the best in class in terms of driver engagement, sort of like a legacy Spec B wagon for the modern era. But then, thanks to the fact that it's CVT only, well, it always felt just a little bit laggy, something that was particularly evident whenever you were on the motorway. You would indicate, you would pull out, put your toe down and, well, oh yeah, then something would happen. So do the changes to the CVT make any discernible difference? Well, you would probably have to drive the two cars back to back, but after having driven the previous Levorg for quite a few months, to me it does seem quite different. It's definitely more eager, the power seems to arrive earlier, and under initial acceleration at least, it seems as sporty as that classic Subaru scoop up front would suggest it is. But with no other real changes, it sort of drives pretty much exactly like the last one did. It's agile enough, it handles itself well, and it's quick enough too. 8.9 seconds to 62 miles per hour isn't bad for a car of this size and power, but it's not really that kind of Subaru, is it? You see, with the addition of a manual gearbox and maybe a few STI-inspired tweaks, I reckon that the Levorg could be a real cracker, a throwback to the hot Subaru estates of yore, but in its current format, it just feels like its potential hasn't been fully realised. It is, however, very smooth to drive and quite refined as well. The WRX-based underpinnings mean that it can feel sometimes a little bit too stiff and a little too busy on rough roads, but it is a very capable cruiser. Do watch out for efficiency though, something which has nobbled Subarus, well, since they've been around. Officially, this car can return up to 39.8 miles per gallon, but I haven't really been able to coax more than 35-36 out of it, a figure which lags far beyond pretty much any rival. Here in the cabin, things are pretty much exactly as they were with the pre-facelift car as well. It's spacious, it's comfortable, visibility is good, and while it's not the most glamorous car around, it feels like everything in general is built to last. As before, there's only one trim option in the UK, which keeps things simple at least, while there's plenty of standard equipment, as you'd expect given the loan option, and that the car starts from just shy of £30,000. However, more interesting is that all new Levorgs now come with Subaru's EyeSight system as standard, which features 6 different safety features like adaptive cruise control, which is particularly handy when you're on the motorway, along with semi-autonomous braking and the ability for the car to steer itself out of the way of impending collisions. If you'd like to know more about the ins and outs of the Levorg's cabin and its range of equipment, you can watch our review of last year's model by clicking the little I button up in the top right hand side of your screen. Well, in the back, and again, nothing's really changed, but that's not such a bad thing. It's spacious, there's easy access thanks to these wide open and rear doors, and with lots of leg and headroom, all passengers should be able to travel fairly comfortably indeed. The boot is still 522 litres with the rear seats up, while with them down it's 1,446 litres. Sure, there are estates with more room, but then practicality in this car is aided by lots of thoughtful little touches like spring-loaded rear seats and these little flip-down hooks for hanging shopping bags. Given the option of a diesel engine to match the CVT and maybe a manual and a slight bit more power for the petrol, I reckon that the Levorg can really be onto something. But while it's spacious, well equipped and a very capable cruiser, I kind of feel that its appeal and its abilities are at the moment just a little bit limited. Of course, it is always going to be a bit of a niche car. There are plenty of cars in its segment which do exactly what it does, either a little bit better or for a little bit cheaper, but then I sort of feel that it's not really for the mainstream, is it? Like a lot of other modern Subarus, it's for the dedicated hardcore Subaru enthusiast, somebody who used to own a Legacy and after 150,000 miles has finally killed it and wants to get the modern version with just a bit more kit. And is that such a bad thing? You can let me know what you think in the comments section below, and if you want to find out more about the 2017 Subaru Levorg, you can click on the link on your screen now. To watch another video, you can click the other link, and if you haven't already, spank that subscribe button for 2 new videos each and every week. And we're done. That is a Rapula. I can't do the robot, but yeah, sound. Cool. Home time.